And today, we are going to have the open forum advocacy to the Golden Initiative for All Giver, led by Lady Eno Obareki, the coordinator of Office of the First Lady. We've talked about this matter for a very long time. It has bothered me. And so today, we'll just use very few minutes to give our input. Remember, you know it, we are a public policy ideas bank. You don't have to deposit. You can come and draw free. We will give what we feel that giver should represent and what should be done, and also commend them for what they have done so far. I talked about open forum advocacy to giver. That is Golden Initiative for All, that was established by a very wonderful First Lady. May her soul rest in peace. I was so touched when our lady, First Lady, Her Excellency Patience Umoino, passed on. And I had a burial in my village of Ibakang that same day. I went to the village and attended, showed my face there, and went straight to Ikoroponudo to attend the burial and make my prayers there for her soul to rest and for strength for that family, because I was personally pained. Yes, I wasn't aware she was sick, only to hear that she was no more. So the daughter, Helen Obareki, had taken up that very role. And we know that there are 9 thematic areas, or 8, but I remember when the launching was made, I heard it was 9, but going by what I've seen online recently posted by somebody who may be close to the system, these are the thematic areas for giver: maternal and child health, healthcare, enhancing of literacy and learning, improving environmental health, women empowerment, fight against diseases, care for the elderly, care for persons living with disabilities, prevention and response to gender-based violence. That's 8. And the achievement, as at first anniversary, which was in February 2025, it listed a number of things: provision of school supplies, adult education initiative, giver wheels of hope in partnership with the Ibom maternity project, that's free healthcare to rural communities, support to families with multiple birth children, empowerment programs through a Kaiberedem hub, giver water of life projects as for rural communities are made to have access to solar-powered water projects. Babies and young children are said to be given packages. Well, coming to that, I will say that. Let me just list all these ones. And then reading sessions and gift packs. That's just about what we have about giver. And I want to say this, having to do with one of them, which is babies and young children are said to be given packages. We, some months ago, raised a case about baby Timbo, I think Friday, who 4-year-old was involved in an accident and she had brain surgery. The parents are indigent. The long and short is that baby girl was discharged about almost a month or 2 months ago, and we have tried to reach out. The council chairman of Etinan, the federal house member for Etinan, where the father comes from, and giver, the office of the First Lady. We actually do the letters. I've taken the parents there. The letters are delivered. I'm sure there are 3 letters delivered. We have not heard anything. A 4-year-old in the midst of people, in the midst of trillions, as we speak, they have not been allowed to leave the teaching hospital almost 2 months after they were discharged. They were taken in on the 15th day of the 5th month of this year, and by July 26th, the last bill was computed, and the parents were able to pay only 182,992 naira 20 kobo, while the total bill was 1,069,287 naira 20 kobo. The outstanding bill is 806,295 naira. Little baby Etimbok is still confined in the hospital because they cannot leave. The father is unable to even go there again. He was having problem with the mother's health as well. So I want to appeal to us in the name of all that we worship, all that we own, all that we are, in the name of God Almighty. Let any public spirited person do this, or let giver look at the letters we have brought and respond and get a 4-year-old out. She had a fractured bone as well. That has not even been addressed. They cannot leave the University of Youth Teaching Hospital. And I've been so ashamed. I've not been able to go there. I've brought the mother here. They have been speaking to me. Please, let somebody respond and let us get this girl out. Even if it means negotiating with the hospital to give some waiver, let this 4-year-old girl leave. We are blessed with trillions of naira in Akwa Ibom State. There are people who don't know what to do with money. Please, this is one thing we can do with money. But having to do with giver, I want to say this. His Excellency made a very emotional statement when he was handing over Lady Obareki to the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Remi Tinubu. She said, "It is not an easy task ahead, but I want to please beg you that I will continue to sustain the office of the First Lady. I want to please introduce our daughter and hand her over to you. She will continue to coordinate the office of the First Lady." And that has been done. So what is remaining? I want to say this. As a thinker, as a productivity advocate, as somebody that believes in giving account of whatever anybody does, if we ask some of the people who are speaking up for government and even working with that office, what are the legacy projects of giver? I want somebody to help us, maybe when the phone lines will be open. For me, as a person, I've not seen one yet. The one that I've seen, one of the reasons why we have brought this to the fore, is that there is a massive billboard at the plaza, the center of the city, where I know in the past they said they don't want billboard there. But the biggest billboard, possibly one of the biggest, yes, apart from the one that they do it for government, long government, I mean the Wellington Bassey, all that, the biggest billboard in that axis is that of giver. It registers the presence. We want the projects that giver would do to be commensurate with the kind of billboard that is there. Otherwise, it's going to be an embarrassment. We cannot embarrass. She's Her Excellency by virtue of that office. We cannot afford to do that. So, those working with Her Excellency, if you are hearing me, take this down, please. Apart from our First Lady, the wife of His Excellency our father, Nenyen Allison, who did not go into building houses, but she had a peculiar food supplement system that she ran, and looking at whatever things that happened then. Thereafter, Her Excellency Uloma Akpabio, Her Excellency Mataodum Emmanuel, they built houses for the needy. There's nothing stopping giver to build shelters, giver shelters, side by side with what the state government is doing. Yes, state government can afford to do that. They can do, but through donations. It doesn't have to be in every local government area. It could be in federal constituencies. And in this light, we want to suggest, please, street children, giver can build centers to take street children out of the street, accommodate them, have them trained, and then we curtail some of them, get reunited with their parents, because it's an eyesore. As I was coming to the office now, from my office, I saw 4 of them. Okay, what I was able to go and send a message to one of the agencies we want to reach out to. So, giver, think about that. We will give more ideas as we go on. You cannot have such a massive billboard and not have projects that will be legacy projects. It's not enough to give handouts. Far from it. Street children should be taken out. And I tell you that even international donor agencies will be very happy to identify with such an initiative. We are giving you this from Open Forum, which is, as you know, an ideas bank.